Hey, what's up, guys? Good afternoon. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing? Okay, everything is set. All right. So, what's up, everybody? I'm April with astrolada.com, and I'm here with your weekly astrology / coffee talk. So, I'm going to go over the horoscope for everybody for May 18th through the 25th, 2018. And at the very end, I'm going to go through celebrity astrology. So I'm going to be looking at the compatibility between John Legend and his wife, Chrissy Tiegen, at the request of one of my viewers. So thank you for the person who emailed me. Greetings from Serbia. Hey, what's up? Serbia. Boca. Hey, is that where's Boca at? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, hey, what's up, Kimara? Happy Friday. Good to see you here. Okay. Oh, hey, what's up, Darren? Hey, you guys, Darren is a new reader here on Astro Lada. So if you have not yet seen the video interview that he and Lada just did, sorry, I believe it was yesterday. Go check it out. Go check it out. He is a very, very smart man. So you would not be disappointed by getting a reading from him. So yeah, but good to see everybody here from Dublin. Oh my gosh, Estonia. I am so happy that there's some international viewers here. Okay, so we got to get started. I still have one kid in school for another few days. So I got to go pick him up in like an hour. So let's get to talking. What is going on? How are you guys doing? Uranus just entered Taurus this week. How are you guys doing? Let me know. Have you felt any shifts? Has anything crazy happened? Has anything great and exciting happened? I have been personally hearing a lot of good news, especially from people regarding career, especially broadcasting opportunities. People who are Tauruses or people who have Taurus on their midheaven or in some kind of career aspect of their chart. Lots of people saying, oh, I got a call from a radio station to talk astrology, or oh, I got an opportunity to go on some show, or lots of stuff like that has been happening. So I'm really excited to hear if you guys have anything to say about Uranus and Taurus. Hello from Brazil. Hey. Oh, Boca Raton, Florida. That's what I thought, but I was like, is there another country with Boca in it? I don't know. But yes. I've been seeing people just shoot up into some sort of really cool opportunities with Uranus and Taurus. One of the main things I'm going to talk about too with the planetary energy going on, especially with Uranus involved, is Uranus and Mars are squaring. I think I may have mentioned it a little bit last week because Mars just entered Aquarius a couple days ago. Pretty much the same day Uranus entered Aquarius, or within hours of each other, okay? Depending upon where you live is what day it was, but pretty much within the same time frame. So they immediately shifted into two signs that square one another, and a square is a very frustrating aspect. And so we have been seeing some things in the news, unfortunately, that point out to Mars, which is action and drive, and it's also anger, okay? And it could be violence, squaring Uranus, and Uranus can bring things that are very sudden and unexpected and kind of explosive and weird and, just outrageous stuff going on. And the two together, I do think of like explosions or like just lightning striking or something. So hold on. Oh my God, this eyelash is like wonky and just not cooperating. I use a different lash glue this time. So, oh my God, whatever. Never again. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. It was just bothering me. Okay. But, so if I have like my eyelashes all stupid, then whatever. But I'm just here to talk to you guys about astrology. So whatever. Okay. So we have seen some things happening in the news. I just saw there was like a bus accident the other day. Unfortunately, Mars and Uranus squaring each other. You can see accidents. And actually, Amy, who is one of our astrologers here on Astro Lada, she said she was also in an accident. And I was like, oh my gosh. I saw like her post something about it. And there was a major bus accident, unfortunately, the other day with some students in it. And then, so Mars and Uranus, Mars is movement. Uranus is like, you know, sudden and like an erratic energy. So we saw that. And then today there was a school shooting in the US. School shootings, there's lots of things that can cause that, unfortunately. But Mars and Uranus square it can just bring things that are explosive and sudden. You know what I mean? And if it was in a school, I know that a lot of kids that are still in school, I think it was a junior, I don't know, I can't remember what grade of school it was, but a lot of kids who are in school still, they have planets like Neptune in Aquarius or Uranus in Aquarius. So some kids are going through their Uranus square right now that are still school age, and Mars is conjunct their Uranus and then squaring Uranus and Mercury. So that can bring some erratic things about at times. So that's why we're seeing that, unfortunately. So yeah. And then also I came across a headline when I was getting ready for this broadcast that said that this lady who was a former, I guess she was like a playmate or something, like a Playboy model, this morning she jumped to her death from a building with her son, her young son. They jumped to their death. And I was like, I wonder if this is another Mars square Uranus thing, like a sudden unexpected thing. And I looked at her chart just out of curiosity, and her sun and Mars are at the early degrees of Leo. And so Taurus, where Uranus is at, and Mercury square Leo, and so does Aquarius, where Mars is at. So there's like a T square. So I'm just letting you guys know, not saying everybody's going to do something wild like that, okay? But that's something sudden and unexpected and just erratic that she did, unfortunately. So my heart goes out to their families, especially because there was a little baby, a little boy involved. But anyone who is a fixed sign, so if you are a Taurus, a Leo, an Aquarius, or a Scorpio, definitely you guys especially need to be very careful with driving and with handling things. With anything that's risky, be very, very careful. And you may have more feelings of like pressure on you and a tendency to wild out, okay? Because there's already a square going on. And then especially because if you are a Leo or a Scorpio, there could be a T square, which is even more intensity and pressure going on that the planets are aiming at you. If you're in the early degrees, I would say like 0 to 3 especially, but maybe even up to 8, you can be feeling like a lot of pressure and just like, like wanting to wild out, act out, So just try to do whatever you can to keep yourself calm, and just know that this too shall pass. The energy doesn't last forever. However, Mars is going to be in Aquarius for quite some time because we're going to have a retrograde next month, and Lada just released her June videos, which talks all about it. So make sure you guys go peep that, about Mars going retrograde in Aquarius. And then there's going to be an eclipse in Aquarius in July that conjuncts the Mars retro. And then, oh my gosh. So get acquainted with the Mars in Aquarius energy, and it will be squaring Uranus for quite some months too. So yeah, so it can bring some sudden unexpected things to especially the fixed signs. So just make sure that you're not allowing yourself to go off the deep end, and just really taking time to woosah. I mean, that's really the best advice I can give. I'm not a therapist or any of that stuff to be able to give any further advice. I'm just letting you know the energy is going to be tense for a little while, okay? But I'm not saying everybody's going to be crazy, because you guys know I'm a Taurus and a Scorpio, and I am affected by this energy too. And it forms actually like a grand square in my own chart. And I'm actually pretty calm right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm aware of the energy and I'm not letting it get to me. So not saying that every fixed sign is going to just go, woo, but awareness is key. That's why we're here, you know, to give you your horoscope. So anyhow, Mars and Uranus square continues to be very close together. So just keep that in mind. And but what's good news is coming up this month, okay? So first of all, today actually Mercury is in a trine to Saturn today, which is May 18th. Mercury and Saturn are trine to one another. This is a very minor aspect, but it's good. It's good, easy flowing energy between Mercury, which is your thoughts and your communication and everything, and Saturn, which is persistence to get things done and to stay on track, to stay on task and everything. So you could have more energy, especially if you're a worker of any sort, to just like have a clear mind and just march ahead with working. And I think that this is really helping with the conjunction to Uranus, that Mercury is still, you know, it's kind of far away, but it's still forming that conjunction. Uranus is erratic, you know, but Saturn is like, sit down and calm down, okay? And think about what you're doing, right? Think about what you're saying. So it's calming that down. And Mercury is square Mars. So Saturn is in the mix telling everybody, hey, we don't need any of that silly stuff, okay? We don't need it. So just calm down and let's come up with a plan. So I appreciate Saturn right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's happening on the 18th, exactly. On the 19th, we have Venus in Cancer, and I will go through all the signs to talk about Venus in Cancer. I love Venus transits. I love to talk about her because her energy is usually about the peace and love and the good things in life. There's hardly anything bad to say about Venus transits, except, you know, aspects that she could be making to other planets. But Venus herself, usually good things are going on. And with Venus being in Cancer, you know, we're going to be all feeling the energy of Cancer in some sort of way. Cancer energy, let's talk about it. So we are going to talk about Venus and Cancer, sorry. Cancer energy is about home, it's about family, it's about comfort, it's about security. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, you guys. You know what? I need to wear my glasses. I need to wear my glasses. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, yes, Cancer energy, Venus and Cancer. Sorry about that. Venus and Cancer is about comfort, the comforts of home. And with Venus being beauty and love and harmony and everything, it's going to be about like having harmony and love and beauty and peace and comfort in the security of your home and around your family, around your loved ones. Oh, lovely energy. I have already, you know, I have an apron that I bought. One day I'll show it to you guys. It's really cute. And I got it out the other day after I put it away for a while, you know, and I'm just looking forward to putting that little apron on, and I'm already thinking about baking stuff. And, you know, I'm a businesswoman, okay? I'm an entrepreneur. My husband's a Cancer. He usually does all the cooking, but I've been thinking, you know what? Venus in Cancer, I think I will, you know, step into the kitchen a little bit more these days. You know what I mean? So we could be thinking about stuff like that a little bit more, and getting together with family, just enjoying their presence a little bit more than usual. And Venus in Cancer is, aw, when I think about people say, aw, you know, that's all like babies and cutesy things. Cancer is all about that. As a matter of fact, the mug that I have today had a little lipstick stain on it already. It says, hello, gorgeous, but it's pink, this baby pink color. It reminds me of the energy of Cancer. Also Libra and Taurus to a degree, because this is a very Venus color. It's a very, Cancer is ruled by the moon, the other very feminine planet. So I think of this color when I think of Cancer as well, okay? Yeah, so that's Cancer energy. Cutesy things, nurturing, nourishment, warmth and comfort and everything. So time to, I know it's the summertime or it's very warm in a lot of areas. So I was going to say, get out your fuzzy socks and your comfy blankies and stuff, but it's maybe too warm for that. But if not, then hey, you know, whatever makes you comfortable. Maybe some more nights curling up with somebody special, or that somebody special can even be your dog, okay, or your cat. Just, you know, comfy, cozy, snuggling with someone and watching a good movie, reading a good book. That's all the comforts of Venus in Cancer. So yeah, we'll all be feeling that to some degree. Some people may get baby fever, especially Cancers. Be like, oh, about cute babies at the store that you see, you know. Maybe not at Walmart, because Walmart is where all the screamers are. But saying on to cute babies, wanting to pinch your cheeks and be like, oh my gosh, I wish I had more babies. Yeah, that's all Cancer stuff right there. So we may be feeling that. Speaking of Cancers, yes, Chrissy Tiegen, I will be covering her and John Legend and their relationship. She just had a baby a couple of days ago, baby number 2 for them. And she is a Cancer rising and Cancer moon. So, you know, I'll be talking about the Cancer energy when I go through her chart too. Okay. So Venus in Cancer, and it enters Cancer on May 19th. It will be there until June 13th. So approximately about a month, Venus will be in Cancer. So on the 20th, that's when the sun moves into Gemini. Oh my goodness, it's time to have some fun with the sun in Gemini. Oh my goodness. Okay, if you guys are on social media and you see all kinds of like memes and funny stuff already, just wait till the sun enters Gemini. Everybody will be on their little jokester, court jester stuff. A little bit more than usual. Just like all the jokes and the memes and everything will come out hardcore. And like pettiness, okay, people could be a little more extra petty when the sun's in Gemini, but the witty comebacks, and oh my gosh, I love Gemini season for that. So the sun will enter Gemini on the 20th. It'll be there until June, I think 19th to 20th of 2018. So, you know, a little bit more bouncy, fun, youthful, fun energy. Oh my gosh, so exciting. So wherever the sun transits, we all do feel that energy to a degree. So we, what was I going to say? Sun in Gemini. The only thing with the sun in Gemini, and when we get to the aspects that the sun will be making to other planets during the time that it makes those aspects, I'll talk about them and I'll elaborate on them a little bit more. But the sun in Gemini, you know, whenever the sun is in mutable signs, whenever there are the personal planets, which is the sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the moon, but the moon moves pretty fast, moving through mutable signs, that's when we do see a lot more like trickery come out. Okay, like Venus is still in Gemini as I'm filming this. Venus did make an aspect to Neptune in Pisces maybe like a couple weeks ago. And when that happened, you guys want to know a crazy story that I forgot to mention? I think I was not on that week, but there is a guy that posed, oh my gosh, what was the celebrity he posed as? He posed as like Alicia Keys DJ or something like that, right? And he called up this high school and he arranged some kind of an assembly where these kids, they came in to do a talent show because he was like, yeah, I'm Alicia Keys DJ. Don't quote me on that. I may be wrong, but something along those lines, right? He tricked this school and these kids into thinking he was somebody affiliated with somebody famous. They displayed their talents. He collected a lot of their phone numbers, their social media handles, and all that stuff. Turns out the dude was a fraud. He was a phony. And, you know, Venus rules music and, you know, stuff like that. And then Neptune can rule deceit and pulling the wool over people's eyes. So whenever there are planets transiting through immutable signs, especially while we have Neptune in Pisces, okay, which is still for a few more years, then there tends to be more like petty crimes, petty theft, trickery, foolery, all that stuff goes on. People lying, you know. And then there was a story of the guy who is a serial dater, like an online dater on online dating sites, right? Out of California. Did you guys hear that story where he would go on a date with these women he met online? Their first date, he would order all the most exquisite meals and wines and stuff. He would say, yeah, you know, I got a phone call. Let me step away real quick. My aunt's calling me. Yeah. Then he'll step away, but he doesn't just step away. He dashes, okay? And he leaves the woman with the bill. Well, that happened during Venus in a square to Neptune, okay? Venus in Gemini in another mutable sign. Mutables can be tricky, okay? And he did the dine and dash thing. And I found his birthday. Actually, some other people, fellow astrologers, found his info. We looked at his chart. What did we find? So much mutable energy. Oh my gosh. He was a Pisces sun, a Sag moon conjunct Neptune. He had like Saturn and Gemini. He had this like mutable T square by the signs, right? So tricky, escapist. Sometimes that stuff is associated with those mutable signs. So while we have the sun in Gemini, it's going to be a very fun energy. It's going to be very witty, talkative, chatty. We're going to be so much more open to communication, and it's awesome energy. However, there will be some aspects made like a square to Neptune that will cause people to just, I don't know what it is, but it just causes some people to go, they'll like rub their hands together like, ha, 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 you know, like, yeah, let me see who I can trick today. Let me see who I can scam. You know what I mean? I'm like, why? Why do people do that? Oh my gosh. So just watch out for stuff like that, guys. But the dine and dash guy was 58 and still living with his mom. What a loser. You know, I don't think he was that old, Tara, but I know he was an older guy, like maybe 40s or early 50s or something. And he had 2 young sons. I looked at his Facebook. Yes, my Scorpio rising did. Looked at his Facebook. He has 2 little boys, if they're really his, right? And I just got this intuitive feeling like he probably uses those kids to manipulate and swindle women. Like, oh, I'm a single dad. And sure enough, under some of the comments under his pictures, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah, single dad life, this and that. I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go with that dark side Pisces stuff. Manipulation to the max, okay? Oh my gosh. But anyhow. Okay, so the sun in Gemini. Fun energy. Okay, get out there, chat with people. Or if you're not really trusting of random strangers, like people born with Gemini energy are, chatty energy with your friends, with your family, with people on social media. Just have a good time conversing. Okay, and also Gemini energy does rule skills of the hands. Okay, so maybe take up some kind of little skill, you know, that you can learn with that requires a lot of hand movement. Okay, or speaking. And yeah, just enjoy that. Just enjoy that. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you. Okay. All right. So what else is going on? The last small aspect we have, and then I'll go through Venus and Cancer through the signs, and then we'll get into the celebrity stuff, is Mercury in opposition to Jupiter. Okay, so this happens on the 23rd. And this is just Mercury in opposition. Mercury is our thinking. Once again, it's our communication. It's our thoughts. It's our logic. And when it opposes Jupiter, anything opposing Jupiter, squaring Jupiter, any harsh aspect of Jupiter can have us doing a little too much. It's excess, okay? And it's like overindulging sometimes. So with it being Mercury, it's not too bad. It's just maybe we can be thinking in a very optimistic way, which is awesome, which is great. But sometimes we can overdo it, like idealism. You know, like seeing things and being, oh my gosh, like so excited that this and that's going to happen, right? And you don't really look at the details. You see a whole big picture, which is awesome, but you fail to look at the little things. And then you're like, oh, and then you end up disappointed because, or it's like promising more than you can deliver sometimes is associated with an aspect like this. Okay, so make sure, you know, just keep that in mind at the end of next week around the 23rd. That people could be promising more than they can deliver. You may be having a tendency to do that yourself. Look at the details, look at the small print. And, you know, Mercury and Jupiter, harsh aspects can have people over exaggerating when they talk too. Like, yeah, I saw it, blah, blah, blah. And like maybe leaving out details when they talk and like exaggerating and blowing up something that's like not even really that important, but like an important part of the story. And maybe just talking louder and like more big with their voices, you know. And Taurus does rule the voice, so people can be more, but it can be a good thing if you do work in a field that requires you to tell stories or be entertaining and animated. It's actually a decent transit for something like that. But if you are in a field of work or lifestyle to where you have to look at a lot of fine print and details, it can be a challenge for you though. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, Charles Groth. I've heard of him. You guys know I'm all up in the YouTube world, especially the beauty YouTubers. I can talk all day about their charts. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing that in the future here. If anybody is interested in that, let me know. But it is like a whole little world that not everybody is aware of. So I don't know if everybody on this platform would even know who I'm talking about if I talked about beauty YouTubers, but let me know if anybody besides Tara knows any of them and is interested in their charts. I do look at their charts a lot for like success examples because YouTube success is like, it's very fascinating the way people find social media success. So I look at it a lot. But oh my gosh, yeah, Tara, I'll have to check out. I've heard of him. I'll have to check out more of his videos. That sounds very interesting. So anyhow, that's what's going on this week, guys. So we've got Mars square Uranus continuing. We've got Mercury trine Saturn, which is really good energy. We've got Venus moving into Cancer. Aww, okay, food and babies and family. And then we've got the Sun in Gemini, happy, funny Gemini. And then we've got Mercury in opposition to Jupiter. So exaggeration. Okay, all right. Pinky Star, what's up? Pinky Star is a ride or die. Always here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. What's your name? Aki? Oh my God. I really need my contacts in today. I watch all of them. Except for Charles. I haven't really seen a lot of his stuff, but I've seen all of them. They're so fascinating, right? Okay. What does Uranus transitioning into the 8th house ruled by Taurus, Sun, and okay. That's a little more of a personal question that maybe you'd have to write under the comments or something that I can answer later or get a reading with someone. But just in general, Uranus transiting the 8th house, that is a time where people may have like some spiritual awakenings. They may have their subconscious awakened. They may get more into things like the occult, tarot, astrology, numerology, researching ancient civilizations and aliens and things like that. And also people can want more spontaneousness when it comes to intimacy, and they can have some sudden ups and downs and windfalls when it comes to money they receive from other people, meaning inheritances or lawsuits or things like that. Just a brief answer to your question. What was your name? You know what? My vision, I don't know. Maybe it's these lashes, okay, or the cheap lash glue I'm using today, but she is blind. So I don't want to mess up your name, but thank you for asking that. I hope that answers your question. And yes, I do have a webinar on Uranus and Taurus. I forgot to mention. Thank you so much, Terry. Okay, so the Uranus just went into Taurus. It's going to be there off and on for the next 8 years. So I do have a webinar where I go through it thoroughly in detail for every sign, every house, the aspects, every planet. So it's not too late for you guys to check it out. If you missed it live, it doesn't mean it's over. It's still going to be up on Lada. I don't know how long she's going to have it up, but it's still up. Okay. So you still have a chance to check it out. I do have a link below if you still want to go check out the replay of it. You get the link. You can watch it at any time. Okay, you can go back and see it multiple times if you want, and even leave comments in the comment section under the video of the webinar if you want to. Okay, all right. Tara, that's an awesome question. I can totally relate. I don't have a really definite answer for that, but I know that you're just in tune with the cycles of the moon. I would like to know more about that myself. You know, that's really interesting for women to know. And I do plan on doing some more like female Venus ruled stuff here on this channel. Lada and I are working on some things behind the scenes. So maybe that's an interesting thing that I can look into. So thanks, Tara. I'm gonna write that down, girl. Okay. Moon cycles. Bam. Girls. Okay. All right, guys. So now let's get into Venus and Cancer for all the signs. I've got like 13 minutes left, and we'll get into some coffee talk. Okay. Let me get a drink first. Interesting answers. Yeah, you should be getting it. Red Tint Lady. With that name, I'm sure you know, girl. I think you're a girl. Thank you for that info. Okay, guys, so let's get started on Venus in Cancer through the signs. So once again, Venus is entering Cancer on the 19th of May. We'll be there till the 13th of June, and she brings love, joy, and happiness, okay? All right, so for Aries people, Venus in Cancer is going to be in your 4th house, which is family, which is home, comfort, security, all the regular Cancerian themed things that happen in your life. So she will be lighting up your home zone. So Aries people, you guys may be going shopping to beautify your house. Oh my gosh, I just noticed my hair is sticking out all weird. Oh, girls, why didn't you tell me? You girls are supposed to have my back. Anyway, sorry. But you may be beautifying your home. It may be hard to stay out of the stores wanting to buy anything that makes your house look and smell and feel comfortable and beautiful, because Venus is energy. Venus does rule, shopping, buying things, money, material things. So a lot of Aries people may be wanting to do that. I just went through that transit because it was 4th from my moon. And let me tell you, every time I even went into Target or Walmart just for simple groceries or something, I could not stay out of the home section. I had to buy little towels. I had to buy a little something every time I went in there for the house. So Aries people, you guys may be doing that. You may be wanting to spend more time with your family. You may be wanting to do things like barbecue, in some regions, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, if I'm saying that correctly, we are going to have warmer weather where people will want to have cookouts, barbecues, be outside in the weather with their family, making some food, you know what I mean? So a lot of Aries people will really want that. I have some Aries in my family. Well, my in-laws are Aries, and yeah, they're already talking about barbecuing this weekend, and they're like so adamant on it. And I'm like, oh, really? I had plans to work, but I guess. So you Aries people are really going to want that time with your family, and family can mean, if you don't have kids, you don't have your parents, you don't have siblings, it can mean your pets or even your friends, people that are very close to you, that you trust, that are in your shell, you'll want to be so much closer to them and enjoying their company. And especially maybe even like female relatives, if you have any of those around. Wanting their company. So that's right. Yes, Aries moons too. Yes. So this goes for your sun, moon, or rising sign. Okay, so Taurus people, Venus in Cancer is going to be in your 3rd house. So you guys will be feeling like you want more variety when it comes to Venus things. So you may be trying different foods, which Tauruses are always trying food anyway, okay, all kinds of food. But you may be more curious about food that you've never had before, or drinks, or anything that tastes good, anything that Venus rules, 5 senses stuff, Taurus stuff. You know what we like, Taurus, right? We like anything that's like pleasant. So anything you find pleasant, you're going to want a variety of. Like, let me try this, let me try that. Okay, yes, Venus teens. Yes, Venus teens. So you'll want to try a variety. You want something new. You want something fresh. If you have had the same candles in your house, you want to buy new candles that have a different fragrance. Like, there's so many different things that Venus rules that you'll want a variety in. That can also mean love and relationships, Tauruses. Tauruses are known for being very steady, stable, and staying with the same person for a long time. But a lot of people do get tempted when Venus transits their 3rd. I'm just saying, if you're bored with your relationship, you may have a little wandering eye, Taurus, which is usually straight ahead, nope, tunnel vision for my bae, okay. But Venus is in the third, the eyes may start shifting a little bit. You know, it's kind of a Gemini-ish energy. Third house, third sign, similar things. So your eyes may be Googling around, looking around like, ooh, what else is out there? So I suggest if you're in a relationship and you're bored, you want variety, Taurus, let your partner know. You guys should go out to different places, do different things, have some randomness and spontaneity. Uranus is in your sign, so you should be feeling a little bit of that vibe anyway. But yeah, when it comes to love, you will want variety, randomness, spontaneousness, okay? And yeah, you know, just anything that you enjoy. You'll just kind of be a little bit more happy-go-lucky, you know, surface level, less attached and less, what's the word I'm looking for? You'll just want variety, okay? All right. So next up is Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, or rising. How is Venus in Cancer affecting you guys? So you and Taurus are kind of trading. So Geminis are usually the ones that want the variety, want the different things. They're curious and want to try new stuff. But you guys, when it comes to love, maybe you'll be a little bit more stable and steady because this is second house, which is a Taurus-like energy. So you may have that tunnel vision towards your love interest, okay, Geminis, and want to just, you know what, I'm comfortable with this person and I just want to share good things with them, you know? And also, second house is your earned income. So you guys may see some gifts of cash. You may see a raise. You may see a bonus or something at work if you are a working Gemini. And also, you may be tempted to spend more money too, especially on beautiful things, whatever you think beautiful things are, food, all that stuff, okay, clothing, anything that we enjoy in the physical world. Gemini, you'll want to buy more of that. You want to enjoy and indulge, okay? So you'll either be earning more money, spending more money, or both, and just appreciating the physical world so much more, okay? So that's for Gemini. So Cancer, how's Venus in Cancer for you guys? It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful, okay? It's in your sign, and that's how you should be feeling as a Cancer, is gorgeous and beautiful. And like whatever planet is in your sign, I always say this, you wear it. You wear that energy on you. Everybody sees it. People who are intuitive, they will instinctively pick up on that energy radiating off of you. So you're going to be radiating some beautiful Venus energy. So, you know, Cancer, just utilize that to the fullest. Okay. This is also, you're another sign that may want to go shopping. You may want to indulge a little bit more in Venusian things and just like pamper yourself and whatever it takes to make you feel attractive and like you really just enjoy life. You'll just want more of that, be doing more of that. And also, this is a good transit for if you're single and you would like to attract somebody, you know, this is like honey, okay, all over you, Cancer. You just dripped in honey, and then all these bees out there are just going to come buzzing around you, flocking, okay? Or you got nectar, just dripped in Venus nectar. So just imagine that for yourself, Cancer, okay? So you will be a lot more attractive. If you don't feel attractive, you'll be on a mission to do whatever it takes to get that way. New wardrobe, hairdo, you know, anything to decorate your body, beautify your appearance, you'll be wanting to do that. So beautiful time for Cancers. And you'll be so much sweeter and nicer. You guys are already sweet and nice people, and you'll be more of that. And people will be like, oh my gosh, Cancer, like you'll feel like spoiling your loved ones. Like all that stuff that you guys normally do is going to be amplified. Okay. Beautiful. I can't wait. I have a lot of Cancers in my life, and you guys are such sweethearts. So next up is Leo, sun, moon, or rising. Venus in Cancer. So it's going to be in your 12th house. Okay. So, and speaking of Leo is an energy that rules celebrity. So let me answer this question real quick. Do you see similarities with famous people's horoscope charts, or know that someone is going to become famous? That's a good question. I'm going to say yes and yes. You can see the potential. I don't say, oh, yes, definitely, but I see the potential. And yeah, there are similarities. A lot of celebrities, they do have, speaking of Leo, a Leo energy, a fifth house energy, a prominent sun placement is one of the indicators of someone who loves to be in the spotlight. So hope that answers your question. Now back to all the regular schmegular Leos out there. Venus in Cancer is going to be in a more hidden part of your chart. So you may actually want to enjoy yourself on a low-key level. Okay, so that means with your relationships, maybe you just want to be low-key. You don't want to be out there in the world flashing and showing off. Oh, look at us. Oh, aren't we relationship goals? Hashtag relationship goals. Yes. You guys will be more like, okay, let's just stay in. Let's be in our own world, in our own zone, our own bubble, you know, like away from the world, enjoying each other's company, escaping reality, escaping everything in life that is like routine. You know, this is a good transit for traveling somewhere, especially near water. Okay, if it's warm enough to do that in some places. Leos, you could be a sign that can say, you know what, let's go on a little getaway together and enjoy each other's company somewhere nice near a body of water and, you know, right near the beach. Okay, so Leo people, also Venus in the 12th. I will warn you, it's like that damsel in distress type of a transit to where even if you are in a relationship, you'll feel like so victimized. Oh, they never compliment me. Oh my God, they don't show me enough attention. Oh, someone rescue me and save me. And you'll be looking out there, who can save me? Oh my God, I'm so mistreated. Even if you're not really, it's not really that bad. Sometimes you could feel like everything in your relationship is so much worse when Venus is in the 12th house. So my advice is just talk it out. Don't hold it in. Don't think, oh, they're just supposed to intuitively pick up on the fact that I'm suffering from low compliment syndrome, low attention syndrome. No, express that to your partner, okay? That there's something lacking, that you feel victimized by them. Let them know instead of creeping around out there, because trust me, I've seen a lot of Venus in the 12th is a creeping transit. I'm not going to lie. I've seen it in a lot of people. Okay, Leo, so don't do that, but do a little getaway with your partner. If you're single, you may just feel like, I don't want to mess with anybody. I just want to be by myself, enjoying some good art, or even taking a little solo getaway by myself, treating myself, pampering myself, taking long showers, long baths. You know what I mean? So that's for Leo. So next up is Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. How is Venus in Cancer affecting you guys? So this is your 11th house, which is more like friends and online groups and just people, like lots of people, being around a lot of people. So Virgos, you guys may actually be feeling like a lot more social. Okay, so it's a little different than your Leo neighbor on the zodiac. You will be more social. You'll be on social media a lot more. You may actually meet a love interest or be flirting on social media with Venus here. And also, this is a good transit for if you have like some kind of art or something. If you're creative, you want to put something out there on the internet, you'll be so much more creative. If you need to do something like create a website or I don't know, something involving like digital media and digital arts and creation of it and putting it out. Venus in the 11th, wonderful time for that. What was that? I was trying to do okay, wonderful time for that. I don't know what symbol or sign I was throwing up. Sorry. But yeah, you'll be feeling like getting out with your friends. Even something just as simple as that. If you're just a regular old Virgo, you don't really do anything spectacular in life. Just hanging out with your friends a little bit more, especially like doing Venus ruled things with your friends, shopping, going out to eat, enjoying the physical world in some kind of way with your friends. And this is a good time to make a great impression amongst some kind of group or organization that you would like to join, and you know, put a good word out for yourself and benefit from like people that you know in order to help you out in like whatever position you're trying to move up into. Okay. So that's Virgo. Next up is Libra, sun, moon, or rising. How is Venus in Cancer affecting you guys? So this is in your 10th house, which is your public status, the way the public knows you and sees you. It could be your career too, is the 10th house. So a lot of Libra people, this is a time you can make a really great impression upon higher ups or people that you would like to impress that are in positions of authority in order to like benefit from them to get in the higher position as well. Okay, so you're another sign that can do something like that with a Venus transit like this. And also to make a good impression on the public as well for you too. Like if you are on a social media platform or even in public, like being seen by a lot of people publicly, like in person, they may see you as more gorgeous and beautiful and making, you know, like just a good impression. I know I keep repeating myself, but be having a good look, you know, like, you know, when people say that term, like, oh, that's not a good look, or yeah, oh, that's a good look. Okay. Having more of a good look. And I know Libras are about that big time. So Venus in the 10th is that time. Also, you could just be wanting to enjoy the material and the physical world in more of a, like be a little bougie. You know what I mean? Just like want the good things, the more expensive taste things, the quality, good quality things. You'll be craving more of that, Libra. And it is also a time where you could see like a raise or promotion or an award or just a pat on the back from higher ups if you're a career Libra too. Okay. All right. Gemma says, I'm a Virgo, Sun, Cancer, Moon. I feel very sociable, artistic, romantic, wanting to plan dinner parties outside. Yes, yes, good for you. So you're already planning that. The transit isn't until tomorrow, the day after I'm doing this live. So, but she's already got her Venus and Cancer plans. Good for you, girl. Okay, so next up is Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How is Venus and Cancer affecting you guys? So this is in your 9th house. Oh my gosh, so Scorpios, this could be travel for you. Yes, this could be travel. The 9th house is getting away from your day-to-day places that you go and going somewhere far, far away, okay? So for you guys, it could be going to another state, another country, or even staying where you are, but exploring it a little bit more. Like say there's places in your neighborhood you've never been to. Like there's a little restaurant, it's family owned, I've never been there, and it's like a foreign food or something. I want to go there. I want to try this. I want to try that. This is another transit of like wanting variety and being an explorer and adventurous and stuff. So even maybe going hiking or some type of outdoorsy outings wherever you live. It could be that too, not just long distance travel. I'm a Scorpio rising, and I am going to be traveling to Las Vegas during this Venus and Cancer transit. So surely looking forward to that. And Venus in the 9th house, when it comes to love, you're more spontaneous and adventurous too. And maybe you can find, you know, a little foreign fling or something that you can have, or you can just, with the person that you're with, if you're in a relationship, let's go here, let's go there, let's try this, let's drive and just pick something, you know, instead of planning things. So that sounds like a lot of fun, Scorpio. Excuse me. So Sagittarius, Sag, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Venus in Cancer is in your 8th house. So this is intimacy, and it is money that you receive from others. So more of that is what you'll be wanting and going after. And, you know, Venus in the 8th house, I've tracked my transits very closely, right? And I have been for years now, so that I could be able to tell you guys this stuff. And I've noticed whenever Venus crosses the 8th house, I will receive a gift of cash from someone, or I will have like a credit card limit raised, or you can get approved for a loan if you try during a Venus in the 8th house transit. Well, of course, it depends on a lot of other factors, okay, that I'm not going to get into. They're not totally astrology related, but this is just an example of some things that can happen, like with an increase in money somehow that doesn't really involve a lot of work, okay, a lot of your own efforts. It's just money given to you, or you can actually create something to where you only do it once and then it just generates more money. So coming up with some ideas to do that. For Sagittarians, you guys could be experiencing that. But yeah, Venus in the 8th, you know, it's a really good time to want to enjoy more time with somebody that's like not the surface level. It's more like you have really deep conversations and you really get to know that person. They get to know you. Like all the veils and the walls come down and you're like, no, who are you really? Okay. And also some people do get a little jealous when Venus is in the 8th house, a little possessive, or they can attract somebody like that to them. So just a fair warning of that. Okay. What about Virgo? I already passed Virgo, so you'll have to go back. Okay. So next up is Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How is Venus in Cancer affecting you? So this is your 7th house. I mean, what can I say? This is your house of relationships. It's just a beautiful energy for relationships for Capricorn. So if you're in a relationship, happier times for you guys, hopefully. Okay. Wanting to go out more, wanting to spoil each other more, wanting to be more romantic. If you're not in a relationship, you will be craving the company of someone. Okay, you'll want to have somebody to share your time with, share your ideas with, share food with, because this is Cancer energy. So, I mean, there's not really much more I can say. It's just really good relationship energy. So just enjoy it. If you are single and you're not really dating, you'll still crave the company of others. And maybe it could be more of a social time to get out and just like be around others, you know, even just casually, not romantically. Have one-to-one conversations with people and like share, you know, a meal or some good quality time with good quality people, one-to-one. Okay, so next up is Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Venus in Cancer is in your 6th house, which is work, and it's also health and your habits that you have. So the good thing about this is you, Aquarius, can be receiving more positive attention from the workplace. Since it's Cancer energy and it's Venus energy, both rule food. Maybe they could be, you'll find that there's more food around you at work, or people are taking you out to lunch, or they're bringing you food or offering you stuff, you know, or maybe you can receive little awards at this time. You know, appreciation can also be Venus sometimes in this work environment area of your chart. Some people can, you know, start crushing on somebody at work. Okay, that happens with this transit sometimes too. Or somebody could be a really great help to you and a great benefit to you with your workload. You know, maybe you're super busy and, you know, you find somebody to say, hey, let me help you out, Aquarius. Let me take a little bit of the workload off of you. And just more pleasantly getting along with people. When it comes to health, this could be a good thing and also not so good thing. The good part is Venus rules vanity and beauty, and the 6th house is your routines, your regimens. So you could be buying more things to add to your regimen to take care of yourself, whether that's a new face wash, a new toothpaste, something to whiten your teeth, something to brighten your skin, you know, to look more glowy and stuff. That's like a thing, like a trend right now, like not sponsored, but that Rihanna stuff, you know, that people are all, they squirt it right here on their shoulder and they buff it in and they're all glowy and stuff, you know, stuff like that. But purchasing them for the sake of looking healthy and feeling beautiful. Okay. And also like working out, you know, diet stuff, kind of changing those things a little bit. But also the only bad thing I'll say about Venus in the 6th is since it does rule your routines and your habits, Venus can rule, especially in Cancer, foods that are very sweet, very rich, probably very high in things that are not that great for you. And you could get into routines and habits of eating those a lot more. Okay, so that's something just to be aware of. So the last is Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How is Venus in Cancer affecting you guys? This is in your 5th house. Oh my gosh, this is fun, romance. There's really not anything bad I could say about Venus in the 5th. So you guys may be just totally enjoying yourselves with romance, with fun, with children too. And this is a fertile transit, Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, especially the Moon and Rising. Okay, you guys can be extra fertile during this time, so just keep that in mind. Okay, and also you could be feeling extra romantic, going out on dates. People could be hitting on you. I've noticed that when people have a Venus in the 5th transit, that people flirt with them more when they're out in public. You know, Venus or Mars in the 5th, that always happens. Even if you're not looking, you're not trying, you know, people are like, hey, what's up, Pisces? You know, so you guys may be feeling that, or you'll just be craving romance. You may be dating a little bit more. Also, creativity will be on point. You guys are already very creative people. So if you are somebody who does creative things for a living or for like a major hobby that you have, oh my gosh, it'll be through the roof. Okay, the ideas will come to you. You'll just feel your best, especially if you're a Pisces that does any like performing arts. This is like a really dope transit for much more like feeling the creativity, feeling the artistic energy, you know, just letting it flow. So yeah, it's that. And also, if you have children, enjoying more time with your children, going out with them, just having a good time with them. A lot of kids, this is the summertime, like I said, in some areas, and kids are getting out of school. So Pisces may be really, really especially enjoying their company during this time. So have fun. All right. So that's it for the weekly astrology horoscope for everybody. So thank you so much. If you're tuning out because you don't want to see the celebrity chart, I still love you. Thank you for being here. Peace. And if you would like to book a reading with me, the info is below. I'm on astrolada.com. Check out the Uranus and Taurus webinar. You can still catch it, catch the replay. Yeah, I guess maybe I'll see some of you guys next week if you're piecing out. But if you're still here, let's get into this coffee talk because I have like less than 10 minutes left, okay? So let me get a sip really quick. I don't know what's wrong. I think my chat thing is like frozen or something. Excuse me. But okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to cover the relationship, the synastry between John Legend and Chrissy Tiegen. So if you don't know who they are, Chrissy Tiegen is a model. I think she was on like Sports Illustrated is what I heard. And then John Legend is a singer. So they are a couple. They're married. They've been together, oh my gosh, for years. I can't remember how many years. But and people have called them like an odd couple. Oh, you guys seem like an odd couple because John, he seems very like well-mannered, very like, you know, mellow and everything. And he seems very distinguished gentleman. And she is loud and just kind of says a lot of stuff. And I guess she's like a Twitter queen. Like she's always on Twitter firing off at people and saying like random, funny, quirky things. So, and they actually just had another baby like a couple days ago. Okay, I think it was May 16th or 17th. They had their second baby. So, and that baby's a Taurus. I'm like, interesting. And they have an Aries baby. So I'm like, I love to look at the math, like the math of like couples and their babies and stuff to see like how did they end up with a baby with this sign or whatever. I didn't really look too deeply into theirs because I didn't really have a lot of time, but it's very interesting. Okay, so let me just share their charts and share my thoughts on why they are a couple, even though people are like, oh my God, they're an odd couple or whatever, okay? Okay, so you guys see that? You see the chart? Okay, so whose chart is this? Okay, so Astro Databank, Astro Thing says that they got what's her name's birth time from herself on Twitter that she tweeted it out. Okay. And then John Legend, it just says, excuse me, his birth certificate. And a lot of times when they say that, I'm like, I still give it the side eye. I'm not really sure. But at the same time, then I look at the person and I observe them. And sometimes the chart does match up to what they find here on Astro Theme. So anyway, here's John Legend's chart. He is a Cappy Sun, Mars, and Rising. Okay, so their relationship, why are they a good match? Why have they been together for so long? As far as I know, without to me like scandals and all kinds of crap. Well, for one thing, see, he is a Capricorn rising. He has Cancer in his 7th house of relationships, right? She is a Cancer rising, and she has Capricorn in her 7th house of relationships. So his Cappy planets land here in her house of relationships, and she has also a Cancer moon, which lands in his 7th house of relationships. So that's like number one. They have 7th house contacts in synastry, which makes them able to compromise with each other, which makes them able to like tolerate each other a little bit more than couples that may have more like opposing, well, they do have opposing things, but their oppositions land in the relationship part of their chart. Okay. So they're able to stick together and work things out, whereas other contacts in synastry, with other people may make them run off. Okay. So interesting thing about Chrissy Tiegen, I saw an interview with John, and he said one of her biggest pet peeves about him is she's OCD and she's a neat freak. So I'm like, okay, her chart definitely matches up then, because look at here. She has planets in her 6th house. The 6th house, it rules being very orderly and having things a certain way. And for some people, yeah, it does rule being a neat freak. So, okay. So she has the sun here in Sag, Mercury, Saturn, all here in the 6th house. So what's another glue that bonds them together, despite, that difference that he mentioned? Well, they both have Venus in Scorpio. See, look, her Venus is at 26 degrees of Scorpio. It's in the 5th house, and the 5th house is romance, right? So he has Venus in Scorpio as well at 21 degrees of Scorpio. So his Venus lands in her 5th house, which means that they do have the romance like really sparked up in their relationship. Whenever someone's planets land in your 5th house, it's easy to do that, to really want to share like these beautiful, romantic, fun times with them. And also it can make you a very fertile couple. Okay. And they right away, they're like, oh yeah, we want to have babies. And they are indeed having babies. And they said that they still want to continue to have more. So some 5th house contacts can make for people who do have children together. Now, what's interesting about him is he has Venus conjunct Uranus. Now, Uranus can rule foreign. It can rule different, quirky. Okay. So even though he's all distinguished Capricorn gentleman here, right? He likes a quirky woman because of this Venus and Uranus conjunction. And yeah, this lands in the 10th house, but when I use the whole sign astrology chart, Scorpio is actually the 11th for Capricorn. Okay. So that adds to the quirkiness. And she is not foreign, but I know she's like, she's multicultural. Okay. I think she's like, I want to say like Norwegian or Scandinavian, and oh yeah, Norwegian, it says it right here, and Thai. Okay, so she is foreign to him. So she fits the bill, right? And so yeah, that's another glue that bonds them together. That's why he's very attracted to a firecracker, quirky type of lady. Another thing is he has his moon, another indicator in a hetero man's chart of what kind of woman, female, feminine attention, feminine company he likes, in Sagittarius. Okay. And what is her sun sign? Sagittarius. She has a sun and Mercury in Sag. That's why she's so like spitfire, is that Sag energy, and very opinionated. So she fits the bill, for the feminine energy that he likes, because that's his moon position, which is her sun and Mercury position. And then he has Cancer 7th house, and she has a Cancer feminine planet, the moon. So they really do fit the bill for each other with a lot of things. And plus, with the sun representing males in a woman's chart, hers is in Sag, and he has a Sagittarius moon. So he has that Sag energy. Now, the only other thing that I saw in their chart that could be like potentially like, I don't know about this. Okay. But it can go either way. Any type of placement in a chart can go either way, positive or negative. So look, she has Mars at 21 degrees of Libra, right? Mars is masculinity, but it's also like aggression, right? And his Pluto is at 19 degrees of Libra. So they have a Mars and Pluto synastry conjunction. So this can sometimes, honestly, lead some people to be very, it's a passionate energy. It is very passionate. It could be very obsessive. It could be very laser focused, obsessive over one another. But sometimes that could be dangerous if some people let themselves take it that far. It could be violent. It could be controlling, so that I'm like, well, okay, but maybe they don't allow it. If I were to look deeper into the aspects and rulerships and all this other stuff, maybe we would find that they don't allow that conjunction to manifest that way. Okay, maybe they allow it to manifest in more the positive way of just really being like drawn magnetically to each other. And they even said that they hooked up the first night that they even met. Okay, the attraction was that strong. And Mars and Pluto, you know what else they rule. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that. So that's why that attraction was so freaking strong, you know. So yeah, so that's why they are stuck together. They have been together for a long time for being a celebrity couple. Celebrity couples usually don't last very long, unfortunately, but hey, they made the cut, you know what I mean? So far they have. So I wish them all the best with their relationship. And yeah, so that's why, you know, people are like, by the looks and by on the surface, they're like, oh, they're a weird couple. No, they actually have a lot of things that make sense when we look deeper into their astrology of why they're attracted to one another so much. Okay. All right, guys. So I got to peace out. I got to go pick up my little guy from his last week of school, last full week of school. But I hope you guys have a really great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. And what else? Enjoy Venus ingressing into Cancer, okay? And don't forget, I do offer readings. Hit me up, astrolada.com. My page is below. Don't forget to check out the Uranus and Taurus webinar. I hope you guys are enjoying that transit so far too. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. All right, peace.